Hey, happy Friday. Today we are going to talk about the lymph, but we have been talking about a little bit of lymph stuff all week. So I just wanted to bring you guys some more info and give you some tools that you can do at home. So the lymphatic system, I used to do, there's a machine called endermology. That's a lymph drainage machine, and I have spent like a lot of time investing in the lymphatic system, and I love it. It's such an important system, and not a lot of people talk about it. So I wanted to get you guys some tools and some info. And I put a post this week talking about how the lymphatic system doesn't actually have a central pump. Like the heart is the central pump for the circulatory system, and the lymphatic system uses like muscle contraction and movement to actually move the lymph. There's nothing moving it for you. There's no automatic process that is bringing it back and purifying it. So the number one thing that you can do for your lymph is to move. And so when we move, where our muscles are contracting, and the action of the contraction pumps that lymph. So anything we can do to create a pump, whether that's, just walking, it's great for your lymph. Swimming, biking, really gentle things like yoga are really good for your lymph. Running is a little bit too compressive. It doesn't have as much benefit as like swimming or walking. But anytime you can get out there and move a little, you're going to be helping your lymph. So that's number one. And number two is exercise. Exercise is really, sorry. I just said exercise. Today was like a little bit of a rush to get in here. My son was having a meltdown, my 5-year-old. And he lost his first tooth yesterday, and we lost the tooth. We did an awesome parenting move. We could not find the tooth. Anyway, he was having a meltdown right before, so I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. So the first one's exercise. The second one is water. And I've told you guys this before, but I love the analogy of the fish tank, where like the fish are the cells in the fish tank. And if you guys have ever had fish or know someone who has fish, or just use your imagination, you can imagine like feeding those fish. Those fish are pooping, and the tank gets dirty really quickly. So if you're not changing out the water, if you don't have a water filter, or if you're not actively taking care of the tank, the water gets really gross and smelly and disgusting quickly. So if we're not actively washing out and like changing out the fluid in our system, it builds up and it makes it harder for the lymph to drain, and it makes it just, you feel tired, you feel achy, all that stuff builds up, and it doesn't feel so good. So first one's exercise, second one's water, drinking a lot of water. When you're doing a lymphatic like focus in your body, you want to work up to doing ounce per pound. So that's usually a lot more water than people are doing. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you would drink 100 ounces. If you weigh 200 pounds, you drink 200 ounces. And you want to work up to that, not just like, okay, today I'm going to drink 3 times as much as I was drinking before. You want to be kind to your kidneys. So cheers, have some water, and get your lymph more purified. The second one's water. First one's exercise. Third one is hot and cold showers. So with the lymph not having a central pump, it's very important to move it. So you can do that through exercise, but you can also do it through temperature. So hot like relaxes and dilates all of the vessels in the body. And when you do switch to cold, then it contracts. So that contrast of open and closed creates a pump. So when you're taking a shower, alternating between hot and cold is really helpful. And then fourth is dry brushing. It's a manual way to move your lymph. And during the Wellness Jumpstart, I go over that in depth on next Wednesday. So Wellness Jumpstart, you guys, are you signed up? Let me know in the comments if you're signed up. And I would love to spend the week with you. And dry brushing we'll go over in detail on Wednesday, which is day 3. It's about detox, and I'll show you a few different ways to do that. I also got these. I found these. I saw these little guys on Amazon, and they're supposed to be mimic cupping, but I think you're supposed to put some oil or something. It won't work on my dry skin, but you just like suction it on and then move it like that. It's supposed to be for lymph, and so I was trying it after my detox bath the other day, and it was kind of fun. It was just like a fun way to get in there and move some of the lymph and soft tissue. So let me know if you've ever used something like this, or if there's a lot of lymph tools like dry brushing. My 5-year-old also put tape on mine because everything's better with tape. But I took a shower this morning just for you guys. I washed my hair and I did some dry brushing before the shower. So that's a great way to move your lymph. And then, a lot of people don't think about this, but when you wear tight clothing, like really tight pants, or, if you don't have your Thanksgiving pants on, or you have like a little extra room, that constriction, it makes it much harder for the lymph to pump. And the lymph drains on either side of the collarbone here. It's called the lymph terminus. So the lymph in your legs have to get all the way up your legs, into your pelvis, abdomen, all the way up and drain through here. And the lymph here has to drain all the way up into here. So when you wear tight clothing, restrictive clothing, it makes it just that much harder to get the lymph. And like wearing an underwire bra is also really restrictive because it kind of clamps down any opportunity for the drainage to happen. So I would really encourage you guys to wear, there's like a lot of different options now of wearing like non-underwire bras and helping keep your breast health and your chest health really moving and draining well. And then the last lymphatic tip is deep breathing. So we talked about the importance of moving the lymph, creating a pumping action, and breathing does that. We have like an intrinsic thing that's moving our lymph all the time. But a lot of us, like the majority, aren't very good at breathing. We've become very shallow breathers. We've become very inefficient in our breathing. And so there's a lot of ways that we can, there's so many different rich tools that can help you retrain yourself how to breathe. But even just taking a few mindful deep breaths, that'll create that diaphragmatic pumping, and that'll help get the lymph from your lower body up to drain right by your lymph terminuses. So all of your legs, your pelvis, your abdomen, your left arm, left side of your face, and left side of your breast area drains into the left side of the left lymph terminus. 75% of all the lymph drains into the left side. So it's pretty important. And the right side isn't less important. It's actually draining, it has less to drain, but more important structures. So it's taking care of the deep lymph nodes of your heart, of your lungs, the right side of your face, and the right side of your right arm. So it has like this little quadrant to take care of. But the moving the lymph around the heart and lungs and keeping those tissues clean and clear are really important. The smoke in Colorado has been very bad. There's so many fires on the West Coast, and whatever the weather pattern is, just drops it right into our lap. And I know some of my friends on the West Coast are having a little bit of trouble breathing, and like moving your lymph is so important to just helping clear out any pollution or residue or anything that we're taking in when we're breathing. So exercise, move your body, create that pump through muscle contraction. Drinking water is excellent for your lymphatic system, and washing over new, fresh clean water to get that fluid moving and exchanged for the poop fluid, the poop fish tank fluid. And then titrating hot and cold in your shower, alternating hot and cold in your shower, creates the dilation and contraction. So creates that pumping action. Dry brushing, which we'll go over on Wednesday. Try and avoid tight clothing and underwire bras. And then deep breathing. So did you have that already? So let me know if you tried any of these things below. And I am really excited to spend next week with you guys. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things next week in the Wellness Jumpstart. So if you need to sign up, let me know and I can help direct you. And let me know what you're doing this weekend. I would love to know. Have an awesome day.